What's going on all you gamers, here we are back with some more Diablo 2 Resurrected, and today I'm going to be going over Runewords and some runes, and if you can put them in the slots or sockets of an item, and if it will make a difference to creating a runeword. So if you want to know if you can chuck them in any order, or if they have to be in a specific order, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back all you guys and girls, as always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, all the latest and greatest hints, tips, guides and builds, and just some fun gameplay and reviews of upcoming games, and of course a lot more Diablo stuff on the way, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for today I'm here to show you whether or not you can chuck these runes in any order into an item. Now in order to make a rune word, you know that you have to chuck a certain amount of runes into a certain amount of sockets in order for it to work. But can you chuck them in any order? Does it matter? Will it completely break the item? Well, let's have a look. So, moving over to our trusty stash, and just over here I've created Ancient's Pledge. Now as you can see, it's got the word Ral, Ort and Tau. Those three runes together create Ancient's Pledge. So Ral, Ort and Tau, all three of them need to be in a free socket shield, and it will create that rune word. So I'm going to pop that over there just so that we can have a look later. What I've tried to do is recreate as close as possible, so we've got another pretty close shield, and again just over here Ral, an Ort and a Tau. So like I said, pretty much going for exactly the same thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to change it up ever so slightly. He says, almost putting it in one of the shields. Right, so this one right here is obviously the one we're going to be using, and we're going to kick it off. We're going to put in the same one again. So we're going to put in Ral first and chuck it in. Now what we're going to do, instead of putting in the Ort, we're going to chuck over the Tau. So we're going to chuck that next, Ral, Tau, and now the Ort. And we've got Ral, Tau, Ort. Yeah, no. As you can see, it has done not what we wanted in the slightest. Pretty much what you've got to remember is when you're creating those rune words, you need it to be in a specific order. Think of it as an actual word. You need the letters to be in the right places, otherwise the word is not going to come together. And as you can see, the reason I'm doing this, I've had quite a few comments from subscribers asking me this question, and I wanted to make sure that nobody kind of made the same boo-boo, especially if they've saved up for quite some time or they've put some high-end rune somewhere. You just don't want to muck that up. So as you can see, it's got lightning resist plus 35%, fire resist plus 35%, and poison resist plus 35%. The reason for that, whatever was on that rune type will go into the sockets. Because you've not created the actual designated rune word you were going for, you've just got whatever was on those certain runes. For example, on those ones, as you saw, it was all the resists that we've got there. No extras, you don't create the actual rune word you're after, it just doesn't work out anywhere near as good for you. So if we match that up and pop that side by side, as you can see, that one says Ral, Tau, Ort. We made a crazy word instead of the actual word we were going for, and all we got was 35 resist, 35 resist, and 35 resist to lightning, fire, and poison. Whereas if we'd have put it in the intended way, Ral, Ort, Tau, we would have created Ancient's Pledge. With this, we'd have got plus 50% enhanced defense, cold resist 43%, lightning resist 48%, fire resist 48%, and poison resist 48%. So as you can see, we got an extra resist on top of it, and the resistances have all been boosted. Also, we've got 10% damage taken goes to mana. Creating these rune words and putting things in the right order is absolutely essential, as it means you're just going to get a bunch of extra bonuses, and it's going to make things a lot easier and make your build much stronger. Do not do what I did, do not just chuck them in without actually looking up what you're going for, because you just won't get the benefit from it. Trust me, I know people will definitely be doing this because I've had just so many people ask. So best bet, make sure you know what you're going for, make sure you don't accidentally pick up the wrong rune, and of course make sure you've got the exact amount of slots. Now I will be doing a more in-depth guide later on, but for the moment just realise main thing is having a grey item with however many slots you need for however many runes. So like that one, if I was making Rao Alt Tau, I would need 3 sockets. I couldn't have 4, I couldn't have 5, I couldn't have 2 because I wouldn't be able to fit it in. But even if you've got additional ones, it won't work because you won't be able to use them up afterwards. So make sure you've got the exact designated sockets and make sure that you're putting them in the right order in order to create that rune word. Alright gamers, hopefully that's helped a few of you out. I'm going to go and probably dismantle that now for space. As always, for all things gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.